Welcome to your daily stimulus package and second stimulus check update. Hope you are doing well today. We've got a lot to cover in today's update. In today's update, we'll quickly go through where things currently stand with the second stimulus check and what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is saying about the next stimulus package agreement. We'll also go through a big news from CNBC. So basically, CNBC just reported that Mitch McConnell is slamming a bill that was just put forward by the Democrats and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to prevent a government shutdown here soon. And we'll talk about some key issues that could possibly be derailing or that could possibly derail the stimulus check agreement or the stimulus package agreement. So hang on tight. And also, we'll quickly touch up on how things are currently looking if a bill will be passed before November and the possible dates that we could expect the bill to be passed before November. So hang on tight. So right now, according to this report here, we can see that this report from Business Insider highlights what's going on with the next stimulus package. So Nancy Pelosi says the Democrats are holding out for a bigger stimulus agreement from Trump. In fact, let's go through some of these points on here. This article made some really good points on what's happening right now with the second stimulus check and the next stimulus package. So House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the Democrats were holding out for a larger relief package from Republicans opposed to a larger spending. We already know that the Republicans do not want to spend any more money, and the price tag of the next stimulus package has been one of the major sticky issues. And right now, we're seeing that both sides have not, still not agreed on the price tag. They've agreed on the need for a second stimulus check, and people are just desperately waiting for these checks to come through. I mean, we've been waiting for weeks and months now, nothing has come through. But House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is still holding out for a larger package. She's still hoping for a larger package. And I don't know how you guys feel about that, but do you guys think she should just take the smaller number, the $1.5 trillion number, and run with it? Let me know in the comment section below. So here's exactly what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said in the New York Times podcast interview yesterday, Monday. So she said, we have to meet their needs, not give the president a chance to just say, I'm going to put my name on a check, send it out, and don't talk to me about food, rent, first responders, healthcare workers, the virus, or anything else. So again, Nancy Pelosi is still pushing for the provisions that she wants to see in the next stimulus package. Remember, the skinny GOP bill that was put out there did not include food assistance or rent assistance. So it did not address some key provisions that the Democrats had in the HEROES Act. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is saying she wants to see all these other provisions in the next bill. And she mentioned some of those like the food, the rent, the first responders, the healthcare workers. So basically, let me know your thoughts about what she's saying right now in the comment section below. Do you think everything needs to be included, or do you want to see the second stimulus check bill just go out first to the people, and then they can tackle other provisions later? Let me know in the comment section below. So, and this article from Business Insider also made the next point here. So the next point here is that President Donald Trump last week prodded Republicans to back a larger stimulus package with direct payments, but Republican senators doubled down on their opposition. Remember, last week the president tweeted calling the Republicans to go for a much higher number, and he did say the money all comes back to the USA anyways. But it does appear from this report that some Senate Republicans are still opposing a larger number. So again, this is not to blame anybody right now. Both sides are at fault here for dragging this stimulus package for too long. But the Republicans, even though Nancy Pelosi is still calling for higher numbers, the president has said he wants them to go up to higher numbers. But the Republican senators have doubled down, according to this report, they've doubled down on their opposition, and they don't seem willing to go for a higher price tag to help the people out and the economy out during this period. And it's really really interesting what all we're seeing right now, because we're seeing as things drag out longer, people's problems, financial problems, are not getting any easier. People are still going through more and more financial pain, and this is not what we expected. I mean, this didn't come by any fault of our own. This basically came unexpected. So let me know your thoughts about this. Nancy Pelosi goes on to say 14 million children in America are food insecure and their families as well. And she also talked about eviction. So there's people who are facing eviction right now, or people who are possibly at risk of getting kicked out of their homes. And right now, we haven't seen any bill or any plan that would basically protect against that, except for the eviction moratorium that the president did put in place till the end of the year. Mind you, this is a temporary provision till the end of the year. It doesn't mean that you still don't have to pay rent. It's just preventing you from getting kicked out. So after the end of the year, what happens to all the accumulated rent, the rent that has piled up for months? No one knows what's going to happen. People are not going to be able to pay that rent. Really, I don't know how many people will be able to pay the rent after 6 months of not paying those rent with no job and all that stuff that we have going on right now. So let's quickly talk about this government shutdown. So the House Democrats released a bill on Monday to fund the government, right? So this bill is supposed to prevent the government from shutting down. And this bill, according to CNBC report, is supposed to fund the government until December 11th. But Senate Leader Mitch McConnell criticized the plan, saying it shamefully leaves out key relief and support that American farmers need. Again, he's talking about the lack of the farmers' aid in the bill. So Mitch McConnell basically looks like he's not happy with this bill that the Democrats have put forth to basically prevent the government from shutting down. And this is not the stimulus bill. This is another important bill that the lawmakers are pretty much engulfed in right now. They're talking about this bill that will keep our government open and prevent a government shutdown. And we don't want a government shutdown. And basically, Congress needs to pass a spending plan before September 30th. So they are basically roughly about 8 days away from preventing a government shutdown. If they don't pass anything before September 30th, we'll likely see a government shutdown. And the proposal does not include a White House request for more farm aid or additional school lunch assistance, which is a Democratic priority. So again, let me know your thoughts about this very bill in the comment section below. Do you think Mitch McConnell needs to get things moving? Because this bill right here is also preventing them from getting to the stimulus checks and the stimulus talks. So the longer they sit on this bill that will fund the government, the more they get distracted from the stimulus package that needs to help the people and send the $1,200 second stimulus checks to Americans. Let's quickly talk about something else here. So the other thing that we've seen happen this week, which is a very sad news in its own, is the death of the Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So this is a very sad news. When I heard this news, I was really, really sad. And right now, I mean, knowing what this will create, not just in the lives of many American homes, but this will pretty much derail the stimulus check talks, because the replacement of a Supreme Court judge right now seems to be something that has shaken up the political and the judicial atmosphere. And right now, that's what the lawmakers are pretty much focused on, because they want to talk about who the replacement will be, and they want to do something about the replacement here soon. And that seems to be derailing the stimulus talks or the stimulus package talks. So the second stimulus check possibility before the election is something that is really hinging on this very stuff right here. So let's quickly dive into a possible dates when you could see a second stimulus bill if they pass one before the election. So here's the date that we're looking at. We're looking at September 30th. If that's the earliest they can pass one. But the very last day, we've gone through this before, the very last day that they can pass something and we see the checks before November, or before November passing the stimulus package, will be October 23rd. So October 23rd, the Senate passes it. Then we have October 26th, the House passes, votes on it and passes the bill. Then we now have October 27th for the president to sign this bill. So this is the latest date that we can see something pass in the Senate and get signed by the president. Again, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. While we wait for Congress to finalize the next stimulus package, you may have to pick up a side hustle or side gig to get some cash or make some extra money from home. Be sure to check out the video on the left to discover the one-of-a-kind website that pays you hundreds to thousands of dollars to just read out loud. This is a free, simple, and exclusive side hustle, and in this video, you'll discover the step-by-step process to get started today. And if you want the best-kept secret to increase your credit score fast, check out the video on the right. Don't forget to help others find this video quicker by liking this video and sharing it. And also, be sure to subscribe now as we track the latest progress on the next stimulus package. See you in the next update. Be safe and thank you for watching.